Welcome to the Real Estate Investment Planning Software in conjunction with the book Hold, which is to buy and hold properties for wealth. This software is for real estate agents and brokers. And this first initial video is to give you an overview of as far as what the real estate investment planning software consists of. So to start with, we have training icons on each and every screen to make it very easy for you to be able to learn how to use this software. Next thing of it is across the top here, we have the client. Every time you have a client that comes up, it'll load right here. We have a training, complete list of all training videos to show you how to use the program, as well as the video icon on each page. Your account information, you can come in here and you can customize it to your own personal real estate company, along with your name and emails, etc. Coming back to the main screen here, you also have a client list. Your client list, you can just write them in here, whether it be 1 or whether it be 100. And when it pops up, it comes into the main screen. And then this notepad has to do with just that client. So if you want to put in here, just talk to John about whatever the case may be, okay, then you can just go over here and hit add, and you can see it's already dated it, and so you know exactly when you talk to John as far as about whatever it was. The next thing of it is we have a print card, so all the items go into a print card. It's very nicely done. It creates a cover letter for you to be able to go ahead and send out to your client, so it allows you to package this real estate investment planning software very quickly, very easily, and it looks extremely professional when it's done. Now, back to the main screen, I want to point out you can use this software on a tablet as well as a desktop, and it's very user-friendly. So the first thing of it is, it's called a property analysis. This is where you would go in to evaluate, does it make sense to go ahead and buy that single-family home for that individual client? In this case, we're using a single-family home. Could be a duplex or fourplex as well. Now, first thing of it is we would create a new property, but this is just to give you an overview. There's subsequent videos that will show you how to go ahead and actually use this program. This is what it looks like here, and I'll scroll down here a little bit so you can see as far as all the final numbers there. All right, so we're going to go back to the command center, which, by the way, it's very easy. If you want to get back, the command center is always right there. The next thing of it is what we call the real estate inventory. This here allows you to be able to go ahead and track all of your current clients' current real estate that they have maybe before they met you, and also what you sell them. And it also breaks it down in terms of market value, loan balances, what the payments are, and everything. So you know pretty much exactly what the real estate consists of as far as in its entirety. Now, the next item of it is when you go buy a rental property, you're going to normally have some rehab items when they go to rent the property. So your owner is going to want to know that. So what we've done here is create a very simple estimate. This one here, it shows carpet $2,500, painting $1,800, and so it's a total of $4,300. You can take this, move it to your print card, either print it out or email it to them, and it makes it very easy to go ahead and get this done in a very short period of time. The next thing we have is what we call the wealth management strategies, what we call more of the what if. So on this here, you can do a couple things. If you have children, you wanted to go ahead and maybe buy a property for your child when they're 1 or 2 years old, which was the case here. And you can see, if you go ahead and buy a property, what is it going to look like at the end of 18 years in terms of cash flow once the property's paid off, if you had a 15 or 18-year loan on it, you know, and what the value of that property is going to be. So we'll get into more of that a little bit later in the session. Next thing of it is here is we're going to go as far as in terms of a retirement for you. So let's say, what if you bought 4 properties? And if you bought 4 properties and you owned them all today and you wanted to pay them off over a period of 15, 20, 30 years, what is it going to look like? In other words, what is the end game when it's all said and done and you want to retire in terms of cash flow, in terms of what the value of those properties are? And we will be able to show you that, and you'll be able to show your clients that very easily, you know, so they can kind of wrap themselves around your whole program and get excited about, you know, buying a number of different properties. The next thing of it is what we call your investment strategies. Once you sit down with your client, you're going to want to be able to pencil out, okay, we're going to take X dollars, but what are those dollars going to go to? So what you can do here, I've already loaded one in here, and we're going to go into here and we're going to show, well, we're going to pull out $58,000 in savings, And then over here it shows how we're going to distribute those funds and what we're going to buy and how we're going to set up reserves. And we'll get into more of that as far as in another session as well. The last thing here is the file cabinet. With your client, you're always going to have ancillary documents or photographs you want to keep track of as far as for that client. So what we did is we made a file cabinet inside the computer so you can actually upload photos or documents and you can keep track of everything as far as in that client's portfolio. And the last thing of it is, of course, the whole book. You can go ahead and order it online because we recommend strongly that you go ahead and buy the whole book because the real estate investment planning software works hand in hand with the whole book. This concludes the command center and the initial summary as far as in terms of the real estate investment planning software.